Hey guys, real quick announcement video for you. This is, in the background, playing a little Pauper Prismatic Singleton once again. So, you guys have, if you've been following me, know pretty well what's been going on with Pure. If you follow Twitter, you already know what this is going to be about, but I figured I would at least give you a little bit more information. So, I had the issues on Pure. They never got resolved for whatever reason, so my series there is definitely at an end. But this is not going to be the end of the series. I had continued putting up my competitive meta report for competitive Pauper on the MTG Salvation forums. And I know this was kind of hard for some people to access. They didn't really feel like going through all that trouble and going there to find that, but that's okay. It only went for about 2 weeks. I didn't put the last week's up because of, I don't know, it's not a very good place to put up this information. It's kind of hard to find. It just didn't really work out that well. So what happened is I have been talking to the guys over at MTG Academy, and I'm going to put a link in the description here for those of you who are not familiar with the site. And we've worked out the details, and I am going to be starting my series up on their website now. MTG Academy is, it's MTGO Academy. It's a really great site. They have definitely some really great standards as far as article goes. If you are not familiar with it, definitely worth checking out. So my series is going to start up. The first article will be up on the 25th of October. And things are going to be a little more consistent now, or at least should be, and you should be seeing an article from me every other Thursday. So it will no longer be a weekly thing, but you will be getting at least the competitive report bi-weekly as it's always been. So there are going to be some changes that need to be made for a couple of reasons. The first change that is going to be made is going to be kind of the layout of... Ooh, this is a terrible game. What the first change that's going to be made is basically going to be kind of the timeline, I guess is the better way to put this, of when the meta report is going to follow. So if you've been kind of paying attention to the dates, and I know some people may not have even noticed this, but if you pay attention to the dates in my articles and the meta reports, what you may have noticed is that I keep track. I mean, I'm doing it, keeping track of 2 weeks at a time, and it's been running basically a Sunday to Sunday kind of thing, and that may have seemed a little weird. I really honestly couldn't tell you how I came to that at the time. I guess it was just where I was at when I started writing it and tracking it. So it was running every 2 weeks from Sunday, and then the 2 Sundays later, I guess is the best way to put it. So it ran Sunday to Sunday, and it covered 2 weeks' time. What's going to happen now is, because my article is written on Thursday, and actually even the Magic Online website where they post the daily results has been kind of posting things up a little bit later. So what it's going to kind of work out to be is running from Wednesday to Wednesday is where the cutoff is going to be. And I think this works a little bit better because of the fact that we do have, maintenance is on Wednesdays, so I think it kind of makes things flow a little bit better. When you're on Wednesdays, it's a bit of a shorter daily schedule. They don't run as many events because the servers are down for a minimum of like 2 hours on those days. So I think it's going to work out a little well. It'll keep things a little more balanced as far as the number of dailies that you see in a 2-week period. They have definitely, just tracking it, has definitely calmed down a bit from the days when M13 just released. We're at that point in time where Return to Ravnica is basically online now. We're in the release events at my time of recording this, so it's definitely slowed down to about where it was when I first combined it to 2 weeks after them reducing the number of Pauper daily events. So what's going to happen with this is it's going to basically, like I said, run Wednesday to Wednesday. You're going to end up missing a couple of days. I'm trying to think of the best way to describe this. I mean, there was a point in time when we were, I was talking with the guys over at MTGO Academy, and we had decided that things were going to work out, and we were working out when the articles would be posted. So there was kind of a delay between when the articles are going up on the 25th, and there's got to be some preemptive time for me to send it in and have the editor look at it and whatnot. So It worked out that it's gonna miss a couple of days. Like I think the first 2 days in October will not be counted into the next meta report, if I remember correctly. But that's okay. I mean, I think cutting 2 days out is not going to cause us any kind of big angst or anything like that. It's not going to screw up numbers that badly. I don't think even changing it from Sunday to Sunday into Wednesday to Wednesday is going to alter numbers that differently. You're still going to have, it may be a slightly different total number of daily events that get put in there. I'm not going to bother doing the math because anyone follows me knows I'm terrible at that, but it's definitely going to pretty much even itself out, and it's going to work okay. So I don't think we'll have any issues with that. So that's the first change. I'm also considering a title change in the article, but for now we're going to keep it as anything but. The other, I guess, big change that you guys will see, and this is directly going to affect you guys, you guys being my... God, that's the same person? Trounced by Hexproof once again. So this is mostly going to affect my YouTube viewers, anyone who doesn't follow my articles on a regular basis, maybe only catches me on YouTube. The first announcement I have for you on YouTube is that I am currently working on another FanFix video, so hopefully we can get that out sometime soon. It's one of these things, I'm really honestly swamped at work. They put a whole bunch of extra requirements on us this month, and last minute, I work for a mortgage company, so they put a whole bunch of last minute requirements, and some big audit thing came up, and so I'm busting my ass over the next few weeks. But hopefully I can get that fanfics up some point soon. My goal is within the next 2 weeks I can get that up for you. Alright, this is going to be game over. Okay, the fanfics, sorry, the joys of playing and talking at the same time is I'm sometimes a little too ADD to focus, but okay, fanfics. My goal is within the next 2 weeks. This should be pretty easy to attain, and that's fantastic. For those of you who are not familiar, the fanfic series, it's if a fan submits a deck to me and I take it and I kind of look over it and I give my suggestions, and I make no guarantees of changing it from dirt to gold, but that's okay. A lot of people have found it helpful, they enjoy it, so we're going to keep it going. If you want to send that along, send a deck as well, you can PM me on the MTG Salvation forums. I'm an active member there. Or you could also send me an email at mtgojustsin@yahoo.com. But anyway, so that should be up in the next 2 weeks. Now, the other big issue that is going to come up is there's kind of a different way that MTGO Academy does things. With the pure articles, all of my videos for those articles got posted to my YouTube channel, and then I would embed them to the article from there. Now, the way that MTGO Academy works is they have kind of a different way that things get posted up. Any videos that will be submitted from here out as part of those articles are going to be included. They basically get uploaded to the MTGO Academy servers, and then the people who run the servers take those videos and they upload it to their YouTube channels. So any videos that you will see from here out that are specific to my article series are going to be attached to their channel. Now, this has kind of left me in a spot where I'm trying to determine what to do with this channel now. It's one of these things, I said it a couple times, I'm not one of those guys looking to make billions off YouTube. I'm just looking to, enhance my articles. So I would like to continue to put content here every once in a while. I'm thinking what I will do is, because these go up on the MTG channel, MTGO Academy channel, I might do every 2 weeks a kind of announcement video where I will talk about just briefly what is covered in my article, and I will put a link to the article, and then if you want to see the videos and stuff for that, you can go see it that way. That way you'll be getting at least continued content from me. Anyone who is not familiar with, where I am or doesn't want to go chasing articles and stuff like that, we'll make it pretty easy. I'll put I'll have the whole video be like a link to the article. or whatever, the videos, and we'll find a way to make it work. I think this is a great way I can keep kind of this channel going, but I know all this content is going to be theirs basically, as opposed to something that goes up on my channel. So I think that's going to work out, but I also wanted to kind of keep this channel going for other projects. When I get the series going over there, it's mainly going to be used for, mainly going to be used for Pauper articles. Every once in a while on Pure, I would kind of edge in an article that was not Pauper related. But I think that's going to change from here out. I think, having 2 weeks will give me plenty of time to kind of focus on Pauper and getting things together. I think it's going to be a great opportunity to do that. So anything that I want to do that is not Pauper related is going to come up here. Anyone who's familiar, I had a series on Pure that was going that was called Building on a, it was Budget Mechanics. Sorry, it's been so long since I got it up there. And it covered basically that sucks. It basically covered a series where I had picked out a whole bunch of game mechanics, card mechanics that I really wanted to play with, and I was putting together decks that were focused specifically on these mechanics, and I was doing so for a very, very cost-efficient, I forget, I think it was like $20 or less is where my price point was. So it was a lot of fun. I had only gotten the first one done, and I had been so busy trying to put content out on a weekly basis that I hadn't gotten a chance to really continue with it the way it should have been. I had the second one, and I was working on it, and I had it actually halfway done, I'll say. And it really didn't matter in the end, because before I can completely finish the second part to it, I ran into these issues with the Pure site, and can no longer basically put that up. So what I may do is I may take those, break up the videos and put those out every once in a while. I may have to rework some of the videos in order to include the price points and stuff like that, but I think I will turn it definitely into kind of a YouTube exclusive kind of mini-series thing. So you will start seeing that from me. Let's see, capsule's definitely going down. Sorry, I realize this video is completely unfocused and whatnot, but that's okay. I'm just trying to get this information out to you. So I'm going to do things like that. I'm going to continue the fan fixes. I am going to take the budget mechanics videos, and I'm going to turn them into kind of a series here on YouTube. And because you will be getting less content from me that is related to my articles directly, you will at least get the budget mechanic videos, and that can come out every once in a while. Maybe a weekly basis. I haven't decided on that. Maybe just as I get to it. So we're going to do that. I'm going to continue to do building posts. We are definitely close to the end. I know someone had asked about Simic posts. There are a couple of the post decks that they basically originated from somewhere else. So what I mean there is that, it's the best way to describe it. Like I had used some posts, I had talked about some of these post decks in specific articles. So things like the Gruul version, which is red and green, that was written in the article that originated the whole concept, I guess, is the way to put it. So that is covered in my junk post article on Pure. I had talked about Simic post. There is, I think, a video on my channel from when I did it in an article, or covered it in an article. And that was something that worked out really well, because there was actually someone who picked it up, made slight changes to it, and actually went 3-1 in a daily event, so that's fantastic. So I have basically covered almost everything. We're down to, I think, 2 building post episodes left, and then what I'm eventually going to do once I have completed all of the videos on the building posts is I'm going to use my article 1 week, and I am going to we're going to put the article together 1 week, and you'll have, the competitive report and whatnot, but at the same time, you're going to also get kind of an extensive look at, I guess, my basic findings for building posts, and I'm very excited about this. I have been, working on these building post series for a while, and it's turned out really great, I think. It's been a great experiment. The whole point, again, was to just take a look and see how these posts impacted things, and this was a result of a whole bunch of things, mostly my discussion on the banned and restricted list of Pauper, and everyone talking about it. So we're going to do an article when I finish those videos that's basically going to be a summary. You'll have all of the deck lists from all of the posts that I went through and played with. You also get kind of my final thoughts on where the posts stand in Pauper and what my determination was on how they affect the game, whether I think it's good or bad. So that's going to be definitely a very big article I'm very excited about. Been planning it for a while, so hopefully it turns out as good and people like the results. Let's see what else. I don't have any other big plans for this channel just yet. If you see a drop off in content, I do apologize, but it's going to happen, I think, because of the fact that most of my videos are going to be uploaded over on the MTGO Academy, YouTube page. Again, I'm going to try my best. I'm going to put a video up each week to each week there's an article to cover what my article was about that week, and maybe just give you a heads up and hopefully direct some people to the site, which is my #1 goal. What else? Let's see. I'll put that on top. If you want to keep, like I said, if you want to keep sending me submissions when it comes to, when it comes to the Fanfixes, that's great. We will definitely keep those going over here. Bottom, top. I will be turning my budget mechanics series. This is kind of my summary here for myself and you. I will be turning my budget mechanics series into kind of a mini YouTube exclusive series where you will get a video from me on those every once in a while. No set timeline yet, but that may change. I'll still use this for making any kind of announcements that I need to. As far as further YouTube content, I don't know. I would like to continue to put stuff up. You may see the occasional draft from me every once in a while, and I know those are bad, but that was kind of the point, is to have them there for my help and yours, so I can look back over my draft games and kind of think how I did and whatnot. So if you wanted to ever make comments on those, feel free. What else? I'm like I said, I have no big plans as far as further content goes for this. Hopefully I can, come up with other series ideas. Maybe I'll play with other things later on, and see what works and what doesn't. But I definitely am not, just letting you guys know that I'm not planning on like shutting this down or anything like that because of all the fact that all my videos are going to go over there. I'm still going to definitely be keeping this up and putting content out here. If you want, as always, I suggest follow me on Twitter. It's the best place to kind of get an idea of where things are going. And again, I'm going to put a link in the description to the MTGO Academy website, which is where you're going to find me starting every other Thursday. On the 25th of October will be the first day. And I think that about covers it. I think. Again, last thing I will say is keep an eye out. Hopefully in the next 2 weeks I will have another Fanfix episode up for you guys. So there you go. Enjoy, and hopefully you guys come and check me out now that I'm on MTGO Academy.